The first day leaving jail was very frightening. I was quite scared. There was lack of support there.
Coming out, they can't wait to get rid of you. They give you the £47 and whatever else money, what other money you've earned while you're there. And it was pouring rain. They didn't even give me a coat.
They did put me into a supporting housing, which was in Birmingham, and I thought, wow, I was. That's what the prison said. Like, if you want to move to Birmingham, you can move to Birmingham. But obviously, I've got my kids and my family here. So once I got to probation, I was all up for it in prison. But then when I got to actually Oxford, I just thought, wow, no, I didn't really want to do it.
With no appointments or anything to really go to apart from probation, I lasted, I think, 5 or 6 days before I was taking Class A's again.
So I got nowhere to go after a weekend of living in a tent and sleep bag. It was freezing cold because it was second week in November. And I really did think to myself, spend the money, get drunk, and just get myself rearrested.
Well, my first day when I left prison was quite challenging in the sense that I left at 10:15 in the morning, and my appointment with probation was at 11 o'clock, and it was a 40-mile drive. So my first thing was to ring probation, so I'm going to be late.
The second time I come out of jail, a plan had been put in place through ACT Housing, which is a Christian organisation, and I was picked up at the gate. There was secure accommodation there, safe accommodation. Probation were fully engaged and working with me.
I was already employed with Taylor Wimpey, and I had already been working with Aspire to enhance my career.
I was attending church regular, started volunteering. I was working alongside the drugs team, local drugs team, Turning Point, so I was attending groups there. And then I basically started working for Aspire.
Main challenges was obviously, for me, was the getting structure back in my life.
The main challenges the first time was being abstinent. Like I say, I lasted, I think, 5 or 6 days. I was on the street sleeping rough, and I didn't want to use again, but the temptations, being around people, being out and about throughout the night.
My main challenges were going back to my old ways, my old habits, meeting other convicts, drug addicts, people that I've met in jail, and they're all using.
You know you're going to have to find work. You know your accommodation you're in is temporary.
Ain't got enough structure for you to do something once you get out in the community, like full-time work or voluntary work or something like that, So you're back in that same vicious circle.
If it wasn't for Aspire, I wouldn't be in the position that I am in now. I'd probably be homeless. I might have been recalled.
I've received great support actually from Aspire. They put me in touch with Taylor Wimpey. Taylor Wimpey's been a massive support in my life.
I got into Aspire, done a bit of painting, and then I met up with a lady called Christine, which was she was my support worker. She was more like of a caring person. I don't know what it was, but I actually felt comfortable talking to her.
If I'm feeling down or anything, I've always got support of work. Also, I've got key workers with Eden Housing. Aspire is always there because they are sort of at the spearhead of this.
If it weren't for her, I don't think I'd be sitting here working at Blenheim Palace, basically.
Right, what I'm doing now, I'm an employment and development worker, and I actually run a house for Aspire for ex-offenders.
I work now, I've got recovery now, I've got good friends, I'm in a relationship, my career's improving, I've done loads of courses to sort of to better myself and to give back. I attend church regularly, I'm a Christian also, so yeah, things look massively different to how they were before.
In December, Aspire funded my track pass for the Iffley Road, where Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute mile in 1954, I think it was.
Done an apprentice, 40 hours a week. I've been doing this for 3 months. I ain't had no time off.
My life's changed because I've had a great opportunity to change it.
I I'd like everybody to come out of prison and start working, because obviously I believe once you've got somewhere to live, you've got some money coming in, you get a stable life, you'll be crime free.
Help with employment, volunteering opportunities, job opportunities, because I think once you've been inside you can kind of be tarnished a bit, and it's having that faith and trust in you and places to go to better your CV, to better your life, and to keep you busy. Keeping busy is a must, I think.
A bit more preparation, rather than just say, your time has come, you'll be released this morning, here's £47 and whatever else you've earned in your time there. Off you go, especially for the people that haven't got a member of their family to pick them up.
Family support. Also, what I would like for them is for them to have somewhere to live. These are the main things you need. And employment before you leave is a massive thing.
More accommodation for prisoners, more of a structure, help in work, getting you back into courses.
There's life after you commit a crime, but it doesn't mean that crime can define who you are.